He was ignored his whole life until they attacked his family and awoke the beast inside. Nobody movie explained. Once there was a man who blended in so well with the world around him that even his own family barely noticed him. His name was Hutch Mansell, a quiet man, a routine man, a man who let things slide because it kept the peace. He worked a boring office job and lived in the suburbs with a wife who barely looked at him and kids who had long stopped admiring him when two thieves broke into his house one night. Hutch had the chance to fight back, but he didn't. He let them go. No violence, no resistance. Varian saw him as a weak man. His son lost respect. His neighbor gave him a baseball bat, as if to say, you can't protect your family. Even the cops gave him a look of pity, but what they didn't know, what nobody knew, was that Hutch Mansell used to be a ghost. Not just any ghost, but the kind governments would call when they wanted someone to disappear forever. He was known only as an auditor, the last person bad people ever saw. Buried that life long ago until the world pushed the wrong button when his daughter's kitty bracelet went missing and nobody cared. Something snapped inside him, not because of the bracelet but because it reminded him of what he used to be. It reminded him of who he really was. So Hutch went out that night looking for a fight. He found it on a bus. 5 drunk men were harassing a young woman, and Hutch, the man everyone ignored, the man everyone thought was weak, he stood up and he unleashed the beast. What happened next was not just violence, it was skill, it was precision, it was rage. He was out of practice, but it was clear this man was no average dad. That single act of violence set off a chain reaction because one of the men he beat up was the brother of a Russian crime lord named Julian, a man drunk on power, a man used to fear. Now he was hunting Hutch, not knowing he wasn't hunting a victim, he was hunting a wolf. Hutch went home and sent his family away to protect them. Then he prepared for war, but not in the way you think. Didn't call for backup, he didn't run. He went to a place from his past, a hidden home, a mansion full of secrets, known only as the Peacock House. Inside the Peacock House there was no luxury, only weapons, money, and a vault that held the memories of a past life. He had tried to forget. This was where Hutch accepted who he truly was, not just a father, not just a husband, but a protector, a man born to do one thing well, and that was to end threats before they became disasters. Final act was pure mayhem. Hutch turned his workplace into a fortress. He used traps, tactics, and every ounce of his training to defend what was his. Julian came with an army, but Hutch fought back like a man who had nothing to lose and everything to protect. With the help of his father and his brother, Hutch wiped out the Russian mob, not with brute strength, but with intelligence, with planning, with patience, with years of deadly experience. And in the end, he didn't just protect his family, he reclaimed his identity. Best, the real message of Nobody ain't about violence, it's about how the world will try to make you small, try to forget you, try to strip you of your strength. But no matter how quiet your life is, no matter how boring your routine becomes, there is power inside you. There is a version of you that remembers, a version that knows you're capable of so much more. The world may not see it, they may not respect it, they may laugh at your silence and your combat. When the time comes, when your purpose calls, you have to be ready to rise. Just like Hutch, you don't need to prove yourself to everyone, but you must never forget who you are, because you're not a nobody, you're just waiting for the right moment to remind the world what you're truly capable of.